Hi guys, welcome back to more Stokelona on the Force Knows YouTube channel. Continuing the Stoke City save on Football Manager 2016, you may be wondering why I'm dressed as a Christmas pudding. It's Boxing Day, so this is a little Boxing Day special, and we're facing Sunderland. It's a Sunderland sandwich. We've just lost to Villa. It's our first defeat in quite a while since we actually updated it, and then we lose, which is typical. And then we face Villa again in 2 days, so this is a bit of a Sunderland sandwich, and Aston Villa is the bread. So that's what today's game is. Yeah, it's Boxing Day, so I thought, you know, let's do something a bit stupid, and let's dress up as a Christmas pudding and pretend it's Christmas. But that's enough of the music now, please stop. Thank you, I can relax a bit now. Right, so let's go through games off screen first of all. There's no signings, of course, there's not January yet, but there will be some January signings. We have a bit of money left to play with, and I do want to sell people still, like Steve Sidwell, for example. So let's go through the games we played off screen. We actually did very well apart from that Villa game. You know, we were on a run, unbeaten in 7 games. We're doing very, very well. Won our first live con last episode, which was a while ago, and I apologise for the lack of uploads throughout this week. But we beat Bournemouth 3-0. Peter Crouch with an overhead kick, and he added a second goal just before half-time. And Volsgaard scored with a header. So games off screen. So Man City away is a fantastic result to get a 2-2 draw at the Etihad. Really impressed with that. A 2-2 draw. We were behind in this game as well. Sterling and De Bruyne scored both of Man City's goals. 2 goals in 2 minutes. So I was expecting a thumping, but it left it at that. Marmadi scored 20 seconds after kickoff in the second half. And then he added his second in the 80th minute. Man City dominated the first half. They had plenty of possession, but they just couldn't get it out there. Made some changes. Shaqiri came off at half-time, and Oviedo came on as a left midfielder. Adam and Crouch also came off. We'd made all our changes by 68 minutes. Whelan and Jose Lu were the other replacements who didn't do a great deal. But Diouf was the star, most definitely. Muniesa with an assist. Arnautovic with an assist as well, so good stuff there. And a 2-2 draw at the Etihad's fantastic. And then it was the same scoreline at home against Arsenal, which is another fantastic result against the team against Arsenal. That's very, very good. And we took the lead in this game. Mark Wilson scoring a penalty, which was conceded by Monreal. And yeah, we didn't have our default penalty taker. I need to look at all that stuff, and I have done some of it, but I need to look at corners and stuff like that. But he scored the penalty. We went into half-time 1-0 up. But Arsenal, again, had more possession. I think more of a defensive mentality seems to suit us at the moment. But I do want to try and change that as the save progresses. Try and make sure we're playing good passing football, playing possession football. But that's not happening at the moment, but it's a slow process. Arsenal did go 2-1 up with Theo Walcott with the brace, 52nd minute and the 68th minute. And the defending wasn't great in this one. Wilson got the goal, but other than that, Cameron had a really bad game, as did Muniesa, who he took off to get him off because, you know, he's still struggling a bit. He's just come back from injury, as good as he's been, but he's getting a bit injured out there at the moment. Not injured, but unfit. And Volsgaard with a bad game as well. So defensively, we weren't very good. But the guys coming on, Oviedo came on and got an assist, and Crouch got a equaliser in the 90th minute. He got a goal and an assist. Definitely our best player so far in this save. He's been excellent. Then we beat Everton 1-0, 3 points on the road again. We're getting some points away from home, which is good. Beat Everton 1-0 at Goodison Park. Peter Crouch with the only goal in this game in the 81st minutes. And yeah, defended a lot better in this game. Bartland had a good showing in goal. Volsgaard and Muniesa did well. Arnautovic did well on the right wing as well. Captain Whelan as well. And Ryan Shawcross is more or less back now. He's had a couple of substitute appearances. Hasn't started a game yet, though. I lie, he has. I think he started our most recent game against Villa, which we lost at home 3-2. And that was after I downloaded an update as well. And then we lose 3-2 at home. That's just typical, that is. We took the lead in this game. Volsgaard with another goal. That's his 3rd goal of the season already, I think. He likes those set pieces, he does. Villa poured it back to 2-1 before half-time. Rudiger Stead scoring a goal after a poor clearance by Jeff Cameron. And Scott Sinclair made it 2-1 on the 43rd minute. And then going after half-time, Sinclair added his second of the game in the 51st minute. Had an early injury they did. Adama Traore was taken off fairly early in the game, and they brought on Amavi in his place. So 51 minutes in, we were 3-1 down. Got a goal back in the 88th minute through Shaqiri, but that was all we could manage. So we lost 3-2 at home, which was a shame, and we've got back down the table a bit more. At one point, we were in the European spots. I think we were in 6th at one point, but we've dropped back down the table a bit. And yeah, Shawcross started this game, didn't do terribly, but as I say, the defending wasn't great in this one. Muniesa had another poor game. Adam had a terrible game as well. We took him off and we brought on Gutierrez, who wasn't much better really. So yeah, it's been a bit mixed. No, we did well getting points against City and Arsenal and away against Everton, but then, well, that was kind of all undone by the Villa defeat. So let's have a look at the table then. We're in 8th place, which isn't too bad. You know, we're still in the top half, which is good. And we're actually, you know, not that far behind Chelsea, really. 16 points behind the leader after 18 games. After today, it'll be a halfway point, so we're looking pretty good at the moment in 8th place. And there's a big gap back to the bottom half as well. 11th place Watford are on 21, so we're 6 points ahead of that midway gap, which is good. Looking a bit further up, no real surprises in there. You'd expect these top 7 teams to be there. Arsenal maybe a bit further down than you'd expect. And Southampton doing well in 5th as well. Down the other end of the table, Leicester find themselves bottom. And Villa also won 13 points and the same goal difference as well. They're just, I guess they're just separated by goals scored. Bournemouth has slipped into the relegation zone on goal difference. Norwich level on points, but just above the drop zone. And then Newcastle and Sunderland just ahead of them as well. So the table looking fairly predictable, more or less. Watford are up in 11th, which is good for them. And Swansea have jumped into the top half as well. So, in terms of injuries, we're not looking too bad. We've almost got a clean bill of health. Shay Given's injured, but we don't really play him, so that's no issue, really. Apart from that, I don't think we have any other injuries. So, we've pretty much got a clean bill of health. So, let's continue to today's match then. I've zoomed out even more than I had so that I can see stuff. And, wow, that is a very defensive formation. Okay. Right, so let's pick our team then. So, I'm not I don't know if I like pre-selected this or not. I'm not quite sure. I think I did actually. Yes, I did. So this is the team we're going with today. I've made a few changes just because there's people not playing very well. Butland is staying in goal though because he's been solid. Glenn Johnson had a bad spell. He was dropped and he's going to come back in today for the out of form Cameron. Shawcross will start in defence for the second time. Volsgaard has started 21 games so far this season. He's going to start again today. He's been a real staple. Munies has been doing well at left back, so we're going to leave him out there. Arnautovic on the right, Shaqiri on the left with Gutierrez and Whelan in central midfield. And then Crouch and Joselu, the striker. He's going to give Joselu a start today. I haven't given him a lot. And the bench looks like this. Wilson, Oviedo, Adam, Walters, Affalay, Bojan and Diouf. Michu, don't really know why I bought him, haven't played him. Richard Dunn's been a terrible signing. Bardsley's been poor. Cameron I've just dropped. Sidwell I don't plan on playing. Van Hinkel, I don't know if I can terminate his loan because I don't really see myself playing him. As good as he looks okay, but he just hasn't really jumped out at me at all. So that's the team for today. So let's submit it. We're going to go with a controlling mentality for this one with flexible. Only have 3 instructions at the moment, which are these ones. I'm going to leave that as it is for now, and I'm sure we will add more as the game progresses. So let's see how we do against Sunderland. Sunderland have found it difficult on the travels late, and I can't see that changing in this game. They're missing Katamor and they're missing Toivonen, which, well, doesn't say a lot really. It looks like a straight central midfield, but they have a huge gap here. So I don't know if we can push higher up, but they've got a massive gap here. I mean, like, they look like defensive midfielders, like all 4 of these. I don't know why they look like that, but Defoe very much up front, very much isolated up front. So if we can cut him out, then we should do well here. This should be a nice win, I think. Team talk wasn't the best. I think the only motivation there was Glenn Johnson. Oh god, I need to change this. I did this because I was recording it for a goal of the month. We need to show match stats and Sunderland formation. That's what I wanted to do. I was recording for a goal of the month. I entered Peter Crouch's goal against Bournemouth for the goal of the month. John O'Shea conceded a foul in the very first minute though. So that's why I did that. Why it looked like that. But I've changed it. I do actually need to... okay, that's all fine. 2D Classic, replays, yeah. Okay, that's all fine. Just making sure it's all ready. I'll come back when we have a highlight. And we've got one here. Let's see if it amounts to anything. Yedlin is on the ball. Here's Jan Mvila. Here's Rodwell. Finds Defoe. If we can cut that out, that would be good. But Defoe has a shot on target. It's a save by Butland. Muniez's clearance wasn't the best. It's come back to Mvila. Here's Rodwell. And Rodwell hits the bar. Butland catches it. It could have bounced off him. It's lucky. Going to get a replay of this. It was a great strike by Jack Rodwell. Don't see him do that very often. So here we go. Butland sort of cleared it away. Muniez's clearance wasn't the best. Larson got at the end of it. Pass to Mvila. Mvila with the pass to Rodwell. Controlled it. Had a strike from about 30 yards out. It hit the bar, and then Butland managed to catch it. But that could have gone in. That was very close to going in. They've got the ball here again. Mvila on the end of it. Passes to Johnson, who we almost signed, but we just ran out of time. Shaqiri was a dispossessed by Mvila, who's on a yellow already, so we could use that to our advantage. Van Arnholt to Adam Johnson. And Defoe's there. Good save, Butland. Muniesa clears out for a throw-in. Butland so far, that's 2 important saves he's made. Maybe, might be 3 actually. I want to try and push up the pitch. We're going to go attacking and we're going to go a bit more structured. And we're going to clear the ball to the flanks. We're going to look for the overlap. Because that seems to work quite well. But so far, we've had a few shots, but no real chances. It's half time already. Prove a point. And let's see if these guys can make the difference, because I think they can. Looking a bit happier. So let's see if we can get something out of them. Let's see if we can get a goal for Joselu. He hasn't even got a single goal for us yet. Not even in a friendly. And Mvila on the ball. Shaqiri cuts it out. Come on. Nope, nothing. Okay. Right, I'm changing a striker. Joselu, you're terrible, mate. Get off. I don't know why he's just not performing. Other than that, I mean, Glenn Johnson has had another bad game at right back. But other than that, we're not doing terribly. Should be winning this game though. And it's 64th minute and we're not. What's going on? They've got a corner here. If they win this, I'm going to be annoyed. Yedlin to Adam Johnson. Kabul. Van Arnholt. The cross. Barini. They got Barini back. Wow. Is that a loan or is that permanent? I'll have a look at that maybe. So that's another chance they've had. They've had more shots. They've had 8 shots on target. We've had 1. What is going on? Gutierrez has played well. What do we do? What like, we've got to change something. This isn't working. Right, we're going to bring on Oviedo for Shaqiri because Oviedo's good at delivering balls into the box. And let's see if we can get something here. Come on, there hasn't even been a goal yet. Push up the pitch a bit more. I'm not going to go route 1 just yet. We're going to exploit the left flank though. I'm going overload. I'm not having this. 86th minute and there's literally been like hardly any highlights. Oh, we've got a corner. Come on. No, it's cleared away by Quates of all people. Got a throw in. And finally we're getting some action here at the end of the game pretty much. Oviedo to Gutierrez. Crouch. Well, 90th minute. It took a while, but we've got a goal. Now let's defend. I'll take that 1 goal. And yeah, I would have liked to have won by more than that, but whatever. It's a win. I'll take it. Now, oh god, Crouch is really tired. I'm going to take off Gutierrez and bring on Charlie Adam. As good, he's been one of our best players. Why would I do that? Going to take off Whelan and bring on Adam because Whelan's on a yellow. I know it's late in the game, but we've got another chance here. Maybe no. Diouf gave it away. Barini dispossessed by Munier. So be careful, Mark. You're on a yellow. We haven't had any red cards yet. Still, bloody 17. Who are you? Shawcross ran away from the ball then. He's bloody scared of it. Gutierrez to Whelan, and that's going to be the end of the game. It's a 1-0 win. Not very convincing. I think going forward we weren't very, very good. Joselu. I think that was a bit of a let-off. I will say that much. So, yeah. And there's only 2... I made some changes as well because we've got Villa next, and I want to try and get a better squad out for that game. But it's a 1-0 win. You know, we scraped it, and it took a while, but at least we're getting points now. We were on a bad run, but now we're picking up points again. So that's good. So Gutierrez had a good game, which is good to see. I'm going to praise him for that game as well. You know, try and make him a bit happy. So praise last game. You were superb. There we go. That's good. And you know what? I'm going to find Jose Lu, and I'm going to... I don't know whether he's still unhappy because he wanted first team football. I'm giving it to you. Interaction. I'm not going to discipline him for it. That is a bit harsh. So we've got Villa again in 2 days, and then New Year's Day going into 2016. Now we've got Palace and then West Brom. As for our next game, it'll probably be the Swansea game, away from home, Liberty Stadium. Could be a good one. We'll see what happens with it. And then after that, probably go to Newcastle, and then Watford. This is presumably we don't have like a good FA Cup run. We've got West Brom in the FA Cup, by the way. I was hoping for a slightly sort of better team, but yeah, that's not the case. Not a lot of shocks really in this third round draw. If we just look at the stages, in fact, there's one Conference North side there, Eastleigh, and literally that is it. Everyone else is either Championship, League 1 or League 2, because it's all done by like reputation, and like it's not very often you see like shocks. So that's going to do it for this video. So the next game, as I said, will be the Swansea game. So I've kind of got a plan up until the end of the season, but it depends how we do in the FA Cup. If that happens, if we get a good cup run, then I'll start live coming cup games, but we'll see. That's going to do it for this video. Jesus Christ, that was an abomination of words. That's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below and leave any comments you might want to make. And if you want to see more videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. That's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, and happy Boxing Day. Can I take this bloody thing off now?